Welcome back after the break. You're watching Self-Reliant India here on DD India. Let me go across now to Mr. P. Uday Kumar. Mr. Uday Kumar, your analysis here as to, how the Atmanirbhar Niveshak Mitra portal is going to be so beneficial, for the entrepreneurs, for the investors there. And like Mr. Chawla was mentioning before the break, how this is... Okay, let me go across to Mr. Vinay Thakur at this point. Mr. Thakur, this question is for you. Put this into perspective for us, for our viewers, for their benefit. How can this portal, that's going to go live on the 15th of May this year, is going to be so helpful and informative for the investors, the entrepreneurs as well. And like Mr. Chawla was saying, how this is going to be providing all, the daily updates on the policies, the new initiatives by the government there. How is this all going to work out?
Thank you so much. Definitely this single window portal, which will be integrating not only the assistance related to doing the business, but also source of funding, raw material, training, management requirements, tender related issues. And not only this, probably it will be integrated also with other portals like MSME Sampark, MSME Champion, and a lot of the processes. It will be integrated also as a part of state policies, regulations. So it is going to provide one-stop solution for the entrepreneurs of the country. And it is going to be a game changer in taking the business forward under Atmanirbhar Bharat.
Absolutely. And another information, that this is also going to provide, Mr. Thakur, is on the manufacturing clusters and the land availability. Now, these two are very important aspects when we talk about investments, entrepreneurship, how this aspect of investments and, taking the business forward are going to be really helpful.
We have another portal which was launched about 2.5 years back called Industrial Information Portal, which provide the details of all the industrial clusters, whether it is related to electronics or textile or any other sector, where the investors can go down, can check for the availability of the space, land, can check the availability of other subsidies under that. So it will be again be integrated as part of this Niveshak portal. So all the details related to these approvals and processes, and not only this, in case someone is facing any problem out there for land registry, so that type of assistance will also be provided as part of this portal.
Okay. All right, let me go across now to our another guest at this point. Let me go across now to Mr. Pradeep Multani. He's the Senior Vice President, PhD Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Mr. Multani, if I can come back to you once again, how this portal is really going to support the investors throughout their business journey. So right from the beginning, till there is, till the business yields some results, how this is going to really be so helpful, providing, bit by bit information, step by step information, really hand holding literally, and that's going to be very useful.
You see, in today's date and date, if we have to become Atmanirbhar, this sort of a portal is the need of the hour. If we look at any industry, MSME or even big one, each industry has to face 30 to 35 different departments. Now to go and get your permissions from each and every one of them is an absolutely Herculean task, and it increases the cost of doing business immensely. The rules are really complicated, and I strongly feel that with this sort of a Niveshak Mitra portal and a dedicated relationship manager, I think definitely the permissions will be speeded up and things will be very, very smooth for doing business.
Sure.
If I may say so, the government of India, for example, is trying to promote the Ayush system in a big way. And also, the government of India is rightly trying to double the farmer's income. However, if any industry wants to go and get into medicinal plant cultivation, to get land permission takes 9 months to 1 year. Now, on the one hand, the government of India is trying to promote, double the farmer's income, triple the farmer's income.
Sure.
And when the ground reality becomes very difficult, and I think this is really very, very welcome. And whoever thought of it is most appropriate. And from industry, we strongly welcome it.
Okay. So, Mr. Multani, if you could also shed more light as to how this will really, target the specific investor needs, the interest there, and also ensure swifter clearances.
You see, basically, like I was mentioning, since we have to go through 30 to 35 different departments. Now, if we get all the information that what is the basic form and how to fill it up and the address of that department, and of course, when we have Invest India backing us, I'm sure the officials at the state level, they will be more careful in how they deal with the industry and they will speed it up. And also information is available on various schemes which are there, financial schemes and other various facilities which the government provides for setting up business. I think this will definitely go in a long way. And if I may use the word, the frustration in the mind of the industry will be greatly, handled with, and it will give a great fillip to moving forward.
Right. And how does the Invest India's role here now come in the picture? Because, facilitating domestic investors to directly connecting with the experts there and discussing their specific investments or the business related matters there with Invest India. How is that going to be helpful?
You see, let me just say the Ministry of Commerce and Industry as well as Invest India, I think they are the most efficient government bodies we have. However, when we go down to the state level, that is where the problem is. The vision and the mission which our Honorable Prime Minister has, unfortunately, it has not percolated down to the state level. The mindset at the state needs to change so that they understand that India can become an economic superpower. We can give employment to all our people. We can definitely double, triple our overall income of our population. Generate employment for them. So I strongly feel with Invest India coming in and they following up that the project is completed on a time-bound frame, things will definitely move in the right direction. And our dream of becoming a USD 5 trillion economy by 2024, maybe not by 2024, but definitely by 2025-26, 1 year later, we will definitely be able to achieve that. Definitely a step in the right direction.
All right, absolutely. Mr. Chawla, your comments here as to how, this is also going to be having a dedicated digital investment promotion and the facilitation team. So how under one portal, you will have all these, these amenities, these facilities there being extended to the entrepreneurs and investors?
Well, it's like having an individual advisor, an individual counselor. Many of us in investment, especially whether it's a startup, of course, would need a lot of support and a lot of information. And in the SME sector as well, when people are expanding and, setting up greenfield projects, of course, some would be making very large investments. Information is very important. And this portal is going to act like a personal wealth manager, personal counselor, someone who can actually handhold. So interacting face to face with, the team, Invest India, the counselors that they would be appointing, who would be managing this portal. So it's not only about interacting through emails or chat. It's going to be, a complete hand-holding system that the government wishes to engage. And let me mention, that many states are also rising up to the occasion. Industry ultimately is a state subject. The government of India, the central government, can only provide an ecosystem, a larger budgetary support and policy decision making at the center level. But ultimately, it is the state that has to provide land, that has to provide for power, the other infrastructure issues, the local taxation things, etc. So therefore, states' engagement and alignment with center is very important, and all the states that are doing so are reaping huge benefits. Personally, I have in my manufacturing units in 4 states in India today: Uttarakhand, Haryana, Gujarat, and Maharashtra. And I believe that these 4 states are so well aligned. And the idea now is that an investor shouldn't be running to different portals or different agencies looking for information or advice. So this portal, for someone like me, is going to be a one-stop activity where one counselor would connect me to all the information, would gather information. I could just ask a question. Also inbuilt into this portal is going to be the artificial intelligence system. So with millions of entrepreneurs in the MSME sector, especially these startups, when they are wishing to check out on some availability, the duty structure, the GST, the taxation, the daily changes that it is happening, all that is going to be, it's like asking one computer guru, and you could be connected to the right answers.
Well, yes, so you could be getting all the answers at one portal there, and like you are saying, Mr. Chawla, individual investors and individual wealth managers. Well, it's a great, it's a great step really. That's going to be, live and a reality on the 15th of May this year. Also important is going to be the artificial intelligence based chat bot for resolving queries. If any entrepreneur, any investor has any query, of course, those would be addressed to adequately and appropriately at this forum as well.
Well, and I'll give you a small example.
Sure.
The e-invoicing system now that is now being brought into the GST mechanism. Initially, it was for industries with 500 crore plus turnover. Then it came down to registrants from 1st of January this year with 100 crore plus turnover. All GST registrants had to move to the e-invoicing system. Now, starting 1st of April, it is going to be 50 crore. And with coming times, this could be changing. So now there are 100 questions in the minds of a GST registrant, whether this is going to be the gross invoice value, a basic value, or with taxes, etc. So this portal tomorrow is going to answer many of these questions. So reliable information, reliable answers to the queries of an entrepreneurs, and that also in a time like corona pandemic, the online facility, sitting in the office, one can go and check. So it's going to be great help, a great professional help, almost like a personal advisor to each entrepreneur. And that is why it's going to be the game changer.
Absolutely, yes, very important point there. Mr. Multani, if I can bring you in at this point, like Mr. Chawla was saying, very important, because in the times of COVID-19, when everything is going digital, we'll have our own individual advisor, individual wealth manager, that too digital, at this portal. So very important there. And how this will also help in finding the, the investment opportunity, to exploring incentives, and also, the issues related to taxes as well.
Thank you. You see, basically, if we look at what are the special features of the Atmanirbhar Niveshak Mitra portal, what we have been conveyed is that there will be daily updates on policies and new initiatives by central and state government on the portal, one-on-one meetings and discussions with the Invest India experts, which will ensure adequate facilitation to domestic investors and resolve all their problems and issues. One-stop shop to assess all MSME portals like Champions Portal, MSME Samadhan, MSME Sampark, etc. Know more about the approvals, licenses, and clearances applicable to your business. Explore incentives and schemes across different sectors and states, and do an apple-to-apple comparison. Information on manufacturing clusters and land availability. Search investment opportunities across different sectors, subsectors, and states. Examine the doing business in India procedures, step-by-step solution. Information and assistance on bonded manufacturing scheme in India. They will provide knowledge about applicable taxes and taxation system in India. Information on export promotion councils and B2B platforms of chambers of commerce. Connect to various stakeholders on single platform like central ministries, industry associations, state departments. Information on all central and state tenders by linking to tender portal of Government of India. Information on all states that policies, know your approvals, departments and key officials. One could not have asked for more. Absolutely a brilliant move in the right direction. And again, like I said, one has great confidence on our Ministry of Commerce and Industry as well as Invest India. And I'm sure they will handhold industry and help us achieve our growth potential to the required levels as expected by our Honorable Prime Minister and Government of India.
Absolutely. Mr. Thakur, one could not have asked for more, with this Atmanirbhar Niveshak Mitra portal, rightly said by Mr. Multani here. Also tell us some more about how this is going to be all in one zone to access all the MSME portals there. How important is that going to be from, from entrepreneurship and investment point of view, and manufacturing clusters? There will be information on the manufacturing clusters and land availability. How important, significant are those aspects being covered here at this portal?
As Mr. Multani was just talking of, that the portal will have so many features. So it is going to be a unified portal. So whatsoever portals or websites are already existing, made in last 2-3 years, lot of work related to ease of doing business has been done in the country. So they are already there. States are also working on preparing their single window portals. So they will also be integrated as part of it. This will be available in all local languages. So in case someone is trying to do something in Tamil Nadu, wants to find out about the investments, about any other sport, that will also be provided as part of this. Chatbot you have mentioned of, so not only the AI-based chatbot, but voice chatbots will also be part of this portal, so that you can speak out and get the replies related to this. Sure. Already some sport regarding this is already started by Invest India, as we were discussing with them. They are already providing right now even one-to-one meeting, which Multani Saab was just talking of. They are also replying to queries. So it is going to be time-bound delivery of various services in case you are not getting one service. So the relationship manager will jump into this, and then they will provide the required support, whether it is to state government or it is to central government. So it is going to be one ecosystem which is going to facilitate the entire businesses within the country, and then take the things forward.
Absolutely. And how important the role of Invest India here is going to be, Mr. Thakur, here, because this will lead to development of new partnerships to also enable sustainable investments in India.
Very, very important. Invest India is already working with foreign investment. They have done tremendous work in that. The way they work, actually, the entire ecosystem which they set up through these relationship managers. So one-to-one type of sport is generally given to the industry. So that is going to be very, very important, and the capacity is going to be one of the important thing where the investors can be connected. They can be told how to fill the forms, how to get the information related to anything, related to policies and everything. So the role of Invest India is very, very important, and I'm sure that they are going to do it in the best manner.
All right. Well, that's all the time we have for this discussion here on the Self-Reliant India. Thanks very much, Mr. Multani, Mr. Chawla and Mr. Thakur. Thanks to all of you for joining us here on DD India and sharing your perspective. A very important topic there, the Atmanirbhar Niveshak Mitra portal that will go live on the 15th of May this year. With that, it's a wrap here on the Self-Reliant India. We'll be back tomorrow with a brand new subject. We'll see you then. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you so much. Thank you.